I would now request Secretary DBT, Dr. Rajesh S. Gokhale, to felicitate our chief guest, Honorable Minister Shri Jitendra Singh ji, with a shawl. May I also request Secretary DBT to felicitate Honorable Minister Science and Technology in MSME, Government of Madhya Pradesh, Shri Om Prakash Saklecha ji. I now call upon Executive Director, Regional Center for Biotechnology, Dr. Sudhanshu Vrati, to kindly deliver the welcome address.
Namaskar. Good afternoon to everybody. A very warm welcome to our Minister Sir, Dr. Jitendra Prasad, for gracing the occasion and accepting our invitation to launch the website and other material related to India International Science Festival. I also take this opportunity to welcome Minister for Science and Technology from Madhya Pradesh government, Shri Saklecha ji, our Principal Scientific Advisor, Dr. Sood, Secretary Department of Biotechnology, Dr. Gokhale, Dr. Ravichandran, and Dr. Alka Sharma, and Dr. Sanjay Mishra ji. A very warm welcome to all of you. I also would like to welcome all the distinguished guests, press, and colleagues from scientific fraternity and students or young scientists who have gathered here to witness the launch of India International Science Festival, the Curtain Raiser program today. This is the 8th edition of India International Science Festival, which is going to be held in Bhopal. And Dr. Mishra is going to provide you some details about this program. I hope all of you can make it to be there. I really sincerely hope that you will actively participate in this fair. Once again, a warm welcome to all of you. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you, sir. Now I invite Senior Advisor DBT, Dr. Sanjay Mishra, to kindly brief the audience about the event.
Honorable Minister of Science and Technology, Independent Charge, Ministry of Science and Technology, Minister of State, Independent Charge, Ministry of Earth Sciences, Minister of State, Prime Minister Office, Ministry of Personnel, Public Grievances and Pensions, Department of Atomic Energy and Department of Space, Government of India, Dr. Jitendra Singh ji, Honorable Minister of Science and Technology and MSME, State of Madhya Pradesh, Shri Om Prakash Saklecha ji, Honorable Principal Scientific Advisor to the Government of India, Professor Ajay Sood ji, Secretary Department of Biotechnology, Dr. Rajesh Gokhale ji, Secretary Ministry of Earth Sciences, Dr. M. Ravichandran ji, Secretary General Vigyan Bharati, Professor Sudhir Singh Bhadoria ji, my colleague Dr. Alka Sharma ji, and Dr. Vrati, officers of the and scientists of the Department of Biotechnology, Department of Science and Technology, CSIR, and all the scientific ministries and colleagues who have come here from the various academic institutions, research institutions, not only from the NCR and Delhi, but also from all over India, especially from Bhopal. And my colleagues, delegates who have come from the Vigyan Bharati, which is our knowledge partner, my friends and people who have come from the media, the press, students, and most important, the coordinators and team members of the various events of the India International Science Festival 2022 who have been working very hard in last 1 month for the preparations. I welcome all of you to the curtain raiser program of the 8th India International Science Festival 2022. मैं आप सभी लोगों का इंडिया इंटरनेशनल साइंस फेस्टिवल 2022 के कर्टन रेजर के अवसर पर स्वागत करता हूं। आप सभी यहां पर समय निकालकर पधारे, इसके लिए हम आपके लिए बड़े हम लोग आप आए, इसके लिए मैं बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया अदा करता हूं। Now I would like to brief you about the India International Science Festival 2022, which is scheduled on 21st to 24th of the January 2023 at MNIT Bhopal. Can I start my PowerPoint presentation, please? Yeah. So I'll just give you a brief overview. Many of you may have already attended the program, but many of you may not have. So I'll take just few minutes to give you the brief background about the vision, mission, how this program started in 2015, where we are now, and what we intend to do in the next month, in the 8th edition. Next slide, please. The India International Science Festival started in 2015. This is an initiative of the all scientific ministries and departments of the Government of India. The festival is supported by Ministry of Science and Technology, Ministry of Earth Sciences, Department of Space, Department of Atomic Energy, in association with the Vigyan Bharati, which is a science movement with Swadeshi spirit led by eminent scientists of the country. This festival is celebration of science. This is the most important part, that this is a festival and this is a celebration of science. It provides opportunities to people and scientific community in the country and abroad to come together, to work together, and have experienced the joy of doing science for the well-being of India and the humanity. Next slide, please. This IISF started in 2015 with a vision for the promotion of creativity in science, technology, and innovation for prosperous India. It has a mission to engage creative and imaginative minds in India and across the globe to celebrate science through various programs and activities connected to the 5 pillars of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. So as I said earlier, that our journey started from 2015, and the first ISF was held at IIT Delhi with the theme of Think Science and Live Science. Now since 2015, our journey has moved from Delhi again to the Chennai IIT Madras 2017, then we have to move to the Lucknow, then we moved to the eastern part of India, Calcutta, then we moved to the program held in Delhi, and the last event, the last festival was held in the Goa 2021. Next slide, please. So these are some glimpses. Many of you have already experienced the various activities which held in these programs in the past. Next, please. So you can see the dignitaries from the President of India, from Vice President of India, various scientists and innovators. They have participated in the program, and most important, the youth of the country, the student community, they have participated in overwhelming numbers in the past, not in thousands but in lakhs. Next slide, please. So this is from Goa. Next slide, please. So this is the one which we are talking, the ISF 2022, which has the theme of marching towards Amrit Kal with science, technology, and innovation. Next slide, please. Now, very quickly, I'll give you an overview, a brief about the various activities and programs which we have planned to do in Bhopal next month. So I'll not go in the detail of everyone, because all of you will be given a complete booklet which has got details of each and every program, but I will list the names of the major events and major programs. So next slide, please. So the first, one of the events is the Artisan Technology Village, which is primarily aimed to promote the vocal for local, which is the Government of India's call to promote the, aims to develop a bridge between the artisans and the scientific community through a 3-day expo displaying various arts forms and 2-day national level conferences. So the details are given, which will be part of the booklet which will provide you. Next, please. The National Social Organization and Institutions Meet. Now, this particular event aims to discuss the scientific interventions and sustainable models for societal development and in the nation building. Next, please. The next event is, next slide, please. there's a new age technology show. Now, where we aim to encourage emerging technologies by showcasing the very newest technologies, such as AR, VR, AI, synthetic biology, space technology, drones, etc. Next slide, please. There's a mega science and technology exhibition. Now, this particular event aims to showcase various technologies developed by the Indian scientists and research institutions. This particular event is totally coordinated by the Vigyan Bharti. Thank you. Next slide, please. Then the next event is the Science Through Games and Toys. This is very interesting. And this particular event has got a lot of the commendations from the student community in the past. Now, this aims to impart knowledge and learn science in a very joyful and entertaining manner. Next slide, please. So, with lack of time, I'm not going details. There's a startup conclave also, where aims to learn and understand and engage with the science-led startups and supporting enablers, especially the incubation centers. There will be a special focus on biotech innovation ecosystem led by the DBT BioRec. I would like to point out here that in the past also, there were several activities which we have done in the past IISF. However, in this IISF, there is a special additional event where we are showcasing the various biotech innovation ecosystems in a separate pavilion, in a separate program. Next slide, please. Then there is a Students Innovation Festival. Now, this particular event aims to spread technological knowledge and ignite the minds of the young students to develop technologies for a sustainable life. So, next slide, please. Next slide, please. Then also, as you are aware that the Government of India works with all the state science and technology councils. So there is one event where we have invited all the state science councils, chiefs, directors, and there will be deliberation and discussion about the ways and means how we can work together to aim the themes of Atmanirbhar Bharat and to make science more useful for society. Next slide, please. There's the Vigyanika Science Literature Festival. This is another interesting area because often we work with the hard science. Now here we say this particular aims to deliberate on various means and channels to take science to every corner of the country through dissemination of the science literature. This will also deliberate on the contemporary challenges related to the creation of the science literature. This is one area where we wish to have a separate discussion. Next slide, please. The Young Scientists Conference. Yes, next slide, please. Then this is one of the most sought after events in all the ISFs. We always have one program where we create or break through the Guinness Book of World Record. This program has been an integral part of the festival since its inception. This is very popular. Thank you. Next slide, please. Another event is the face-to-face with the New Frontiers in Science, which aims to bring the scientists and innovators of global repute to interact with the students and research community, to inspire the student community and everyone to think big and use science to make the world a better place. Next slide, please. Okay, again, I would like to express that all these programs have been planned under the direction and guidance of a steering committee, and where I am privileged to have our Honorable Minister of the Science and Technology, Union Minister, Dr. Jitendra Singh ji, and Shri Shivraj Singh Chauhan ji, Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh, both to be our chief patron. And then we have Shri O.P. Saklecha ji, Minister of State, Madhya Pradesh government, as a patron, along with the Professor Ajay Sood ji, who is PSA to the Government of India. And all these things are being planned under the able and dynamic leadership of the Dr. Rajesh S. Gokhale, who is Secretary, Department of Biotechnology, who will be chairman of this organizing committee. Next slide, please. Yes, I think it is not only the Department of Biotechnology, it is all the scientific department and ministries of the Government of India that are partnering, but especially from the Department of Science and Technology, from the CSIR, from Ministry of Earth Sciences, from Department of Atomic Energy, and Department of Space. And in addition to all these government departments, it is the Vigyan Bharti who have been providing the knowledge and the capacity and the planning from their experiences to make this program successful. Thank you. Next slide. So in the end, again, the take-home message is very simple that, yes, we are going to have the India Science Festival, India International Science Festival 2022, with the theme Marching Towards Amrit Kal through the Science, Technology and Innovation. It is 21st to 24th of January 2023. Location, the venue is Maulana Azad National Institute of Technology, which is properly called Manit, Bhopal. We have got planned 14 events and with the organizing partner from the various departments of the Government of India. Next slide, please. So thank you very much. The details of all these programs will be handed over in your booklet in the brochure which will be releasing today. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for giving a crisp overview of IISF 2022. I would now humbly request Honorable Minister, Science and Technology and Earth Sciences, Dr. Jitendra Singh ji, to permit release of promo video on IISF 2022.
अमृतकाल में आत्मनिर्भरता की ओर बढ़ते हुए भारत में कोरोना टीके का विकास जैव प्रौद्योगिकी के क्षेत्र में एक क्रांतिकारी कदम सिद्ध हुआ।
मुझे खुशी है कि देश में आज साइंटिफिक टेम्पर एक अलग स्तर पर है। ऐसा लगता है कि साइंस को लेकर हमारे यंग स्टूडेंट्स में रुचि की एक नई लहर पैदा हुई। इस शक्ति को, इस एनर्जी को 21वीं सदी के साइंटिफिक एनवायरनमेंट में सही दिशा में ले जाना, सही प्लेटफॉर्म देना हम सबका दायित्व है। साइंस में फेलियर नहीं होते हैं, सिर्फ और सिर्फ एफर्ट्स होते हैं, एक्सपेरिमेंट्स होते हैं और आखिर में सक्सेस होती है।
इंडिया इंटरनेशनल साइंस फेस्टिवल IISF देश की विज्ञान गौरव गाथा को प्रदर्शित करने का अनूठा मंच है। ये उन सभी वैज्ञानिक उपलब्धियों का उत्सव है जिसने वैश्विक स्तर पर मानव कल्याण के क्षेत्र में अद्वितीय भूमिका निभाई है। IISF वो अवसर है जहां देश और विदेश के लाखों वैज्ञानिक, शोधार्थी, शिक्षक, नवाचारक, नीति निर्माता, विद्यार्थी और विज्ञान प्रेमी न केवल विचारों का आदान प्रदान करते हैं बल्कि भविष्य के भारत की संकल्पना का मार्ग प्रशस्त करते हैं। IISF का आयोजन वर्ष 2015 से विज्ञान एवं प्रौद्योगिकी मंत्रालय, पृथ्वी विज्ञान मंत्रालय एवं विज्ञान भारती द्वारा संयुक्त रूप से निरंतर किया जा रहा है। IISF का 8वां संस्करण IISF 2022 इस वर्ष विज्ञान एवं प्रौद्योगिकी मंत्रालय, पृथ्वी विज्ञान मंत्रालय, अंतरिक्ष विभाग, परमाणु ऊर्जा विभाग एवं विज्ञान भारती सहित अन्य संस्थानों के सहयोग से झीलों की नगरी और मध्य प्रदेश की राजधानी भोपाल में 21 से 24 जनवरी 2023 के बीच आयोजित किया जा रहा है। कार्यक्रम के समन्वय की जिम्मेवारी जैव प्रौद्योगिकी विभाग और क्षेत्रीय जैव प्रौद्योगिकी केंद्र रीजनल सेंटर फॉर बायोटेक्नोलॉजी RCB फरीदाबाद हरियाणा को सौंपी गई है। IISF 2022 में 21 से 24 जनवरी तक 14 अलग अलग विषयों पर विभिन्न सत्रों, व्याख्यानों, संगोष्ठियों, प्रदर्शनियों और प्रतियोगिताओं सहित अनेक कार्यक्रम आयोजित किए जाएंगे। IISF 2022 के दौरान आयोजित होने वाले विभिन्न कार्यक्रमों में से कुछ मुख्य आकर्षण होंगे। न्यू एज टेक्नोलॉजी शो, मेगा साइंस एवं टेक्नोलॉजी एग्जीबिशन, आर्टिशियन टेक्नोलॉजी विलेज, वोकल फॉर लोकल, साइंस थ्रू गेम्स एंड टॉयज, इंटरनेशनल साइंस फिल्म फेस्टिवल ऑफ इंडिया, स्टूडेंट साइंस विलेज, स्टार्टअप कॉन्क्लेव, स्टार्टअप एक्सपो, स्टूडेंट्स इनोवेशन फेस्टिवल, स्टेट साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी काउंसिल कॉन्क्लेव, विज्ञानिका साइंस लिटरेचर फेस्टिवल, यंग साइंटिस्ट कॉन्फ्रेंस, नेशनल सोशल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन एंड इंस्टीट्यूशनल मीट, फेस टू फेस विद न्यू फ्रंटियर इन साइंस, गिनीज बुक ऑफ वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड। IISF 2022 का आयोजन ऐसे अवसर पर किया जा रहा है जब भारत G20 समूह की अध्यक्षता करते हुए पूरे विश्व को वन अर्थ, वन फैमिली, वन फ्यूचर यानी एक पृथ्वी, एक परिवार, एक भविष्य का संदेश दे रहा है। IISF विज्ञान के उत्सव का सबसे बड़ा कार्यक्रम बन गया है। आइए एक बार फिर आजादी के अमृत महोत्सव में आयोजित होने वाले IISF 2022 में भाग लेकर जय विज्ञान और जय अनुसंधान की संकल्पना को मजबूत करें। और अधिक जानकारी के लिए IISF 2022 की वेबसाइट देखें।
Thank you, sir. May I now request Secretary General Vibha, Professor Sudhir S. Bhadauria, to kindly address the gathering, please.
IISF 2020 के इस कर्टन रेजर प्रोग्राम में मुख्य अतिथि माननीय जितेंद्र सिंह जी, माननीय सकलेचा जी, डॉक्टर सूद, डॉक्टर गोखले, डॉक्टर रविचंद्रन, अलका शर्मा मैडम, सुधांशु जी, संजय जी और यहाँ पर उपस्थित साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी फेडरेटी और स्टूडेंट्स। IISF इंडिया इंटरनेशनल साइंस फेस्टिवल वर्तमान मोदी सरकार जब 2014 में आई तो सारे विभागों की कार्य करने की पद्धति बदल गई। माननीय मोदी जी की प्रेरणा से साइंटिफिक फेडरेटी को भी वर्किंग फ्रॉम सीलियोज, वर्किंग फ्रॉम साइलोज के बजाय मिलकर काम करने की पद्धति की प्रेरणा मिली। इसी कार्यक्रम के अंतर्गत, इसी प्रेरणा के तहत जब गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया के सारे विभाग, विशेष रूप से साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी से संबंधित विभाग और विज्ञान भारती साथ बैठे तो एक छोटा सा कार्यक्रम 2015 में IIT दिल्ली में आयोजित किया गया, जिसमें केवल 7 इवेंट्स हमने प्रारंभ किए थे। लेकिन उसका नाम इंडिया साइंस फेस्टिवल के साथ साथ इंटरनेशनल भी था, जो कि हमारा एक विजन रिप्रेजेंट करता था, इंडिया इंटरनेशनल साइंस फेस्टिवल। और इसके बाद हर वर्ष हमारी यह यात्रा बढ़ती गई। दिल्ली के बाद चेन्नई, लखनऊ, कलकत्ता और गोवा, यहां तक कि एक कोरोना काल में IISF 2020 भी हमने वर्चुअल मोड में आयोजित किया। सामान्य तौर पर सारे विभाग एक सोशल आउटरीच के लिए हमेशा ही प्रयास करते हैं। हमारे गवर्नमेंट के सारे विभाग एक सोशल आउटरीच का कार्यक्रम रखते ही हैं। लेकिन यह विचार हुआ है कि सब लोग मिलकर एक इम्पैक्टफुल सोशल आउटरीच का कार्यक्रम करेंगे तो साइंस पॉपुलराइजेशन में निश्चित तौर पर एक बहुत ही हम एक विज्ञान का समाज में एक इम्पैक्ट छोड़ पाएंगे। इस दृष्टि से इस IISF का धीरे धीरे ग्रेजुअल इवोल्यूशन हुआ। हम लोग मानते हैं कि IISF एक सामान्य साइंस कॉन्क्लेव या साइंस कांग्रेस नहीं है। यहाँ पर ऐसे कार्यक्रम होते हैं जहाँ पर पब्लिक पार्टिसिपेशन अधिक होता है और साइंस डेलीब्रेशन के साथ साथ, जिसको हम एक तरह से कहें फेस्टिव एटमॉस्फेयर होता है, एक तरह से फेस्टिवल के तौर पर हम इसको लेते हैं। जब स्टूडेंट साइंस विलेज के रूप में 2000 से अधिक छात्र एक साथ एकत्रित होते हैं और विभिन्न विषयों पर डेलीब्रेट करते हैं, तो निश्चित तौर पर वापस जाते समय उनकी अवेयरनेस का एक अलग स्तर होते हुए हम सबने देखा है। जब विज्ञान के माध्यम से सामाजिक अवेयरनेस लाने के लगभग 500 और 800 हजार संगठन NISOM की कार्यक्रम के में एक साथ एकत्रित होते हैं, तब हम निश्चित तौर पर एक उसका इम्पैक्ट, एकीकृत इम्पैक्ट जिसको कहते हैं, एक कलेक्टिव वर्किंग, एक समाज में हम जो लोग अलग अलग काम कर रहे हैं साइलोज में, तो एक मिलकर इम्पैक्ट कहीं ना कहीं हमको निश्चित तौर पर दृष्टिगत होता है। जब हमारे 1000 से अधिक लोग या 2000 के से लगभग लोग एक ग्राउंड पर मिलकर एक साथ इसरो की हेल्प से जब रॉकेट लॉन्च करते हैं, तो बच्चों को एक इसरो के साथ इंटरेक्शन और एक नई प्रेरणा निश्चित तौर पर मिलती है। इतने सारे लोग मिलकर एक कलेक्टिव एक्सपेरिमेंट करते हैं, तो निश्चित तौर पर एक नई प्रेरणा मिलती है। हमारा मूल उद्देश्य एक वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड बनाना, उनको तोड़ना निश्चित तौर पर नहीं है। इतने सारे एकत्रित लोग एक जगह एक एक्सपेरिमेंट करें किसी तरीके का, यह हम सब लोगों का मूल उद्देश्य है। एक समय ऐसा था जब हमारे इस कार्यक्रम में लगभग 43 एक्टिविटीज थी और 10,000 से अधिक रजिस्टर्ड पार्टिसिपेंट इस इंडिया इंटरनेशनल साइंस फेस्टिवल में पार्टिसिपेट किया। लाखों की संख्या में जो हम कहते हैं कि जो पब्लिक सिटीजन्स वहाँ पर आए और उन्होंने इस सबसे बड़ी साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी के जो विभिन्न डिपार्टमेंट, इसरो, DRDO, एटॉमिक एनर्जी, इन सारे जो अचीवमेंट्स हैं, जब पब्लिक ने एक साथ, सिटीजन्स ने एक साथ देखा, तो निश्चित तौर पर वो भी आश्चर्यचकित थे। तो हमारा मूल उद्देश्य IISF का इस तरीके से है। समय के हिसाब से, हमारी परिस्थिति के हिसाब से गतिविधियां बदलती रहती हैं और इस पर माननीय मंत्री जी के निर्देशन में, मार्गदर्शन में हमने तय किया है कि स्टार्टअप विशेष रूप से बायरेक की सहायता से बायोटेक्नोलॉजी के स्टार्टअप्स हैं, उनको हम विशेष रूप से एक विशेष महत्व एक बड़े स्तर पर करेंगे और जो कटिंग एज न्यू एज टेक्नोलॉजीज हैं उनको हमारे जनता के समक्ष, छात्रों के समक्ष और विज्ञान के क्षेत्र में काम करने वाले जो लोग हैं उनके समक्ष विशेष रूप से रखेंगे। तो ये इंडिया इंटरनेशनल साइंस फेस्टिवल की जो यात्रा है, सतत यात्रा है, निश्चित तौर पर गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी डिपार्टमेंट माननीय मंत्री जी की प्रेरणा से हम सतत रूप से जारी रखते हैं और आशा करते हैं कि आने वाला जो समय वर्तमान में चल रहा है, जिसको हम कहते हैं कि एक तरह से अमृत काल, कि अगले 25 वर्ष में हमने दृढ़ संकल्प किया है, एक स्वस्थ और समृद्ध भारत की हमने परिकल्पना की है। उसमें निश्चित तौर पर हमारे इस कार्यक्रम इंडिया इंटरनेशनल साइंस फेस्टिवल का भी एक महत्वपूर्ण योगदान रहेगा। एक बार मैं आप सबको यहाँ पर उपस्थित होने के लिए विज्ञान भारती की ओर से धन्यवाद प्रस्तुत करता हूँ और आशा करता हूँ कि इस अमृत काल के माननीय मोदी जी के इस संकल्प में हम अपनी सहभागिता कर सकेंगे। जय हिंद, जय भारत।
Thank you, sir. I now invite Secretary DBT, Dr. Rajesh S. Gokhale, to deliver the keynote address.
Honorable Union Minister of State and Science and Technology, Dr. Jitendra Singh ji, Honorable Minister of MP Government, Shri O.P. Sakleja ji, Principal Scientific Advisor, Professor A.K. Sood, Shri Professor Bidu Baduria ji, Dr. Ravi Chandran, Dr. Alka Sharma, Dr. Sanjay Mishra, Dr. Prati, my dear colleagues and friends from Ministry of Science and Technology, of both on and off dais, and various Vigyan Bharati persons, and also other friends and folks. Also media community who is present here today in very large numbers. Let me first say we're very indeed excited to be coordinator as Department of Biotechnology coordinating this event actually, because this is now an iconic event of Science and Technology Ministry that is happening for last several years, has already been talked to you about. And it has now become an event which is actually connecting the entire country in a way that has never been done before for how science and technology should in fact connect with society. So we are very, very indeed honored that we have got this opportunity again. And as you know, we've been rotating this between the various science ministries actually. Now this is for the first time that the central India has, is the location has been identified actually. We've had in north, we've been south, east, west, all the regions. In fact, we've also had online and also hybrid line, what you can say. So there are all sorts of mechanisms. We have actually gone through these meetings. And this is the first time we're going to have in the heart of the India actually in Bhopal. So we are very excited and we look forward to the presence of Saklecha ji and our Honorable Minister Jitendra Singh ji. Is actually a testament to fact that how important this event is actually for us. I think I will be very short rather than repeating the same things, and just keep myself to 2-3 critical points that I think are very, very important for us to note and are important for this. One is that I think the science and technological intervention in society is actually becoming very, very rapid. And it's going to transform the whole system in next 10 years that we cannot even imagine the way systems will change actually, and we need to continuously adapt. And I think one of the idea of the science festivals is to actually connect with society and make them aware of the fact that how technological interventions and ideas will actually change. And I think therefore such festivals are very, very important for us to actually engage, because we don't want the weakness in the society to be able to actually not able to absorb the technological changes that are coming up in the system actually. As you've already heard, our Honorable Prime Minister actually says that the technology is the only solution for overcoming problems and solution for various problems in this country. And therefore we need to work in all stages of societal what I would call involvement, such that this will make this whole progress a very, very worthwhile to come with. The second aspect is of G20 presidentship, I think this is one of the rare occasions when now India has an international leadership presence. And I think we should, through this system of program on Science Festival, we should actually make this impact felt in a much wider and in a brighter way actually. The third part is the inclusion of startup conclave. I mean, we've had startups in different forms coming up together, but we now converted into a single because as a major event, because one of the ambition of India is also to become $5 trillion economy by 2025 actually. And to be able to achieve those targets, we have to be able to integrate scientific communities, startup ecosystems, and fill up technological gaps in an accelerated manner, such that we can make this impact felt even bigger and larger way actually. And finally, I think it's all of you who will make difference to this event. So your participation is absolutely mandatory and important for this. And I hope all of you would stimulate more and more people and motivate others to come and join this event on a wonderful setting in Bhopal in Madhya Pradesh. Thank you very much again for coming here today, and thank you all of you for being with us.
Thank you, sir, for your enlightening words and rightly emphasizing on the role of science, technology, and innovation on the upliftment of society. Now I request PSA to the Government of India, Shri Ajay Kumar Sood ji, for his address.
Respected dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, I'll be very brief because all the relevant things have been done so well by the previous speakers And I'm so excited to looking forward to this event that I can't wait till January 21st. So I think it's a wonderful program. It really covers almost all aspects, celebrating science in all its measures with the society. And I especially like this emphasis on the festive aspect of science and technology, and not really like a congress or a conference. So that appropriately called science festival rather than a conference. Especially the fact that it is also connecting to artisans, which is an aspect which is rarely addressed in a scientific meeting. I think this is a great, great step to bring science and society together. And now using the technology like AR, VR to really take the products of the artisans to global place. And good news is that it's already happening in some ways. Our Jodhpur Science and Technology Cluster has done for the Rajasthan. And I'm sure this will really amplify and it will really increase the visibility of our local artisans to the international community. The other thing which I really like among all these things is the games and toys, because we all grew with them when we were growing up, and somehow along the line you forget them and then start doing textbook materials. So this is something which really is a game changer in my view for inculcating the spirit of science among the people. See, the point which people forget, and I always keep on reminding myself and everyone, science and technology is not only in classrooms. It's not that you do something in classroom and when you come out, you are talking unscientifically and without rationale. So we have to really integrate science in our way of thinking. And this is what connects science to students in this festival. You connect games and toys. Again, a great effort, a great initiative, not effort, great initiative, which can really go a long way. And I also hope that with coming festivals, all the toys and games which have been demonstrated, there should be a platform people can buy them. Because supposing I want to buy something for my grandchild, I really don't know where to go. Actually, I don't know a platform. You go to Amazon, it doesn't tell you that. So I was thinking under IIFS, can we create a something that, so that even after the event is over, somebody is now able to sell these to people. So once I wanted to give a gift and I couldn't find out the origin. So I think it can go a long way, and in our schools they can be really distributed, because nothing better than really exciting the imagination of children. So like we used to make this windmill when we were kids and running with it. Somehow all that has vanished. So somehow that we have to bring it back. So I think I will not say more because everything has been said. Startup conclave again is a great idea. And as we have been talking in the last many months, these startups have to move to now deep tech startups. Because deep tech startups, if you look at the way it is defined, where technology innovation is more, we only have 3,000 only of that deep tech startup in our country, as compared to 80,000 startups which cover all the aspects. So why should it be 3,000? It should be actually 30,000. And if you look at deep innovation startup, which is another level of innovation, in country has only 400 plus of them. So this data has been put by NESCOM. And I think the efforts like this, what you mentioned in IIFS, can really go a long way to increase this 3,000 to next 7,000 in next 1 or 2 years. So that should be our target. So wonderful program, excitingly looking forward to it. And I hope that all of you will join, and along with all the people you can motivate to be a part of this science movement, celebrating science in all its measures. Thank you very much for this.
Thank you, sir, for your motivating words and highlighting the need to celebrate science. अब मैं माननीय मंत्री महोदय, सूक्ष्म लघु और मध्यम उद्यम एवं विज्ञान एवं प्रौद्योगिकी मंत्रालय, मध्य प्रदेश सरकार, श्री ओम प्रकाश सकलेजा जी से निवेदन करती हूं कि वो सभा को संबोधित करने की कृपा करें।
इंडिया इंटरनेशनल साइंस फेस्टिवल के कर्टन रेजिंग कार्यक्रम में मंच पर विराजित केंद्रीय मंत्री साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी आदरणीय जितेंद्र सिंह जी, मंच पर साथ विराजित श्री प्रोफेसर अजय सूद जी, श्री राजेश गोखले जी, श्रीमती अलका शर्मा जी, श्री सुधांशु दाती जी, रविचंद्रन जी, सुधीर भदौरिया जी एवं श्री संजय मिश्रा जी। सबसे पहले तो मैं माननीय मंत्री जितेंद्र प्रसाद जी का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद करता हूं कि उन्होंने ये सुंदर अवसर मध्य प्रदेश सरकार को होस्ट करने का दिया, जो कि झीलों की नगरी है। अपने आप में भोपाल एक ऐसा शहर है कि यहाँ पे जब भी जो भी आया वहाँ बसने की कोशिश करता है। तो मैं सबको गिनती कर लूंगा, सबके लिए स्पेशल व्यवस्था भी करी जाएगी और आप लोग चाहेंगे तो आप लोगों के लिए एक साइंटिफिक कॉलोनी भी बना दी जाएगी स्पेशल, and that would be a real good startup. And it's not, I'm not joking, I'm seriously saying कि we should think on these kind of thing कि केवल देहरादून ही नहीं, ऐसा भोपाल भी एक शहर हो सकता है, या झीलों की नगरी में उदयपुर का नाम आता है लेकिन भोपाल उससे भी बेहतर है। और ये वास्तव में बहुत सुंदर अवसर है कि मध्य प्रदेश को एक साथ 3 बड़े इवेंट होस्ट करने का अवसर मिला। NRI मीट भोपाल में, इंदौर में हम जनवरी में कर रहे हैं, ऑनरेबल प्राइम मिनिस्टर उस कार्यक्रम में आ रहे हैं, उसके बाद लगातार 15 तारीख तक इन्वेस्टर मीट भी चलेगी, इन्वेस्टर MP। दूसरा प्रोग्राम ये आ गया हमारा साइंस फेस्टिवल, जो जनवरी के लास्ट वीक में आ रहा है। उसके बाद तुरंत ही G20 में हमें 2 शहरों में होस्ट करने का अवसर मिल रहा है, वो इंदौर और खजुराहो। चूंकि खजुराहो भी मेरे प्रभार का जिला है और वहाँ 50 देशों के लोग आएंगे और ये सब चर्चा का बिंदु, आज जो हम साइंस के बारे में चर्चा करेंगे वो चर्चा उन सब देशों में भी एक हमारा आईना दिखाएगी। अभी मैं बहुत ध्यान से सबकी बातें सुन रहा था, मुझे बड़ी अच्छी बात लगी कि टॉयज का उद्देश्य, उसकी वर्किंग, वास्तव में अगर हम प्राचीन भारत के खिलौनों की देखें तो दे यूज्ड टू कॉल दैट्स एन एजुकेशनल टॉयज। समय और कास्ट इकोनॉमी में वो सिर्फ डिस्ट्रक्टिव माइंड के ज्यादा टॉयज आ गए, गन, ये दुनिया भर के अलग अलग टाइप की खिलौने ऐसे आए, अटैक करना, गेम्स खेलना, तो एक अलग माइंडसेट बनने लगा। बट मध्य प्रदेश सरकार ने 1 साल पहले ये सोचा कि हम पूरे टॉय और फर्नीचर के क्लस्टर बना रहे हैं, चूंकि टेक्नोलॉजी कन्वर्जन का सबसे आसान तरीका MSME या स्टार्टअप है। दोनों विभाग भी मेरे पास है, स्टार्टअप भी मेरे पास ही है और IT भी मेरे पास है। तो कॉम्बिनेशन में हम उस पर सोच रहे थे। हमने 3 टॉयज मैन्युफैक्चरिंग के अलग अलग क्लस्टर बनाए मध्य प्रदेश में पहली बार, जहां स्पेसिफिक थीम को लेके उस टाइप के जितने भी टॉय मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कंपनीज हैं उनको हम इनवाइट कर रहे हैं और उनको स्पेशल पैकेज दे रहे हैं। हम ये चाहेंगे कि अगर टेक्नोलॉजी विभाग कुछ स्पेसिफिक एजुकेशनल टॉयज के मामले में हमें कुछ मार्गदर्शन दे, अभी हमने एक फेस्टिवल किया था, फिल्म फेस्टिवल, उसमें भी हमने देखा कि बिहार के स्कूल के बच्चों ने कुछ फिल्म बनाई उनके मोबाइल पे और उसको अवार्ड मिला इंडिया इंटरनेशनल साइंस फिल्म फेस्टिवल में। तो मुझे लगा कि क्यों ना हम टॉयज में भी इस एंगल को देखें, और वास्तव में मुझे ये आइडिया से बहुत एनकरेजमेंट मिला। और पहली बार हमने ऐसी स्कीम बनाई है जहां हम ग्रांट 100 रुपए टॉयज में अगर कोई इन्वेस्ट करे तो 150 से 200 रुपए तक का डिफरेंट स्कीम से ग्रांट देंगे नेक्स्ट 4 इयर्स टू सस्टेन द इंडस्ट्री। क्योंकि अभी तक एमएसएमई की सबसे बड़ा चैलेंज होता था कि हम जब एमएसएमई स्टार्ट करते हैं, स्टार्ट के लिए सभी स्टेट, सभी सरकारें सपोर्ट करती थी, बट ये पहली बार हुआ कि ऑनरेबल प्राइम मिनिस्टर के नेतृत्व में, हमारे चीफ मिनिस्टर की डायरेक्शन से, कि अब हम लगाने के साथ उसे रन करने के लिए 4 साल तक लगातार सपोर्ट करते हैं। पहले एमएसएमई की इंडस्ट्री हो या कोई भी हम प्रोडक्ट लेके चलते थे, शॉर्ट ऑफ फाइनेंस के कारण 80% बंद होते थे, और हम वहां मारवाड़ी भाषा में कहते थे ओछी पूंजी धनी ने खावे, शॉर्ट ऑफ कैपिटल ईट अवे द इन्वेस्टर। तो वो जो चीज हमने परिवर्तन की, ये चाहे ट्वाइस हो चाहे स्टार्टअप हो। अभी हमारा स्टार्टअप का कॉन्क्लेव हुआ था मध्य प्रदेश में, 2500 स्टार्टअप हमने पिछले 6 महीने में शुरू किए। एंड द मोस्ट सरप्राइजिंग subject in that is out of 2,500, 1,600 startups are started by women entrepreneurs. So I must say that India is now moving together with forgetting that it's a male-dominated society. It's both the wing are working hard to make real impact of आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव और दुनिया का सर्वशक्तिमान भारत बनाने के लिए हमारी दोनों विंग अगर लगेगी तो बहुत तेजी से बहुत कुछ परिवर्तन होगा। कई विषय जो आ गए उनको मैं वापस रिपीट करने में अपनी एनर्जी नहीं लगाना चाहता हूं, क्योंकि मैं खुद भी डायरेक्शन लेने आया हूं कि माननीय जितेंद्र सिंह जी हमारी स्टेट को और क्या क्या डायरेक्शन और क्या क्या एडवाइस देते हैं, so that we can make this event more useful to the country and to the state of Madhya Pradesh. We have all the depth thing we started, and for the knowledge of Honorable Minister, शायद मध्य प्रदेश में जावद मेरी assembly was the place where सबसे पहले स्मार्ट स्कूल्स का कॉन्सेप्ट हमने शुरू किया था सभी सरकारी 40 स्कूल में। और उस समय सेंट्रल एजुकेशन मिनिस्टर आए प्रकाश जावड़ेकर जी, और उन्होंने कहा कि यू आर मूविंग अहेड ऑफ 5 years एटलीस्ट फ्रॉम द गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडियाज कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ लॉन्चिंग स्मार्ट क्लासेस टू द थिंग, एंड देन इट वाज बीइंग कॉपीड बाय द अदर स्टेट्स. Same way we are also running a health program with the support of technology, whereas my assemblies 80% of the population's data of health, including their ECG on their mobile as well as my central computer, their heart, liver, kidney, bone density, thyroid, all kind of tests we conducted, and we stored in a systematic way, and it cost me only 200 rupees per person. It's all these datas, including the equipment cost and their total study. And this has been presented and put up on the record. The first stage where the diseases start, we should catch. And that is why I said that when I got the opportunity from Honorable Minister, I thought that I must come and request that MP is all the way with full open-hearted and with all kind of possible experiments which you suggest, and all kind of technocrats we have will be available to accept any new challenge which you want to ask us to do in the technology field, in the science field. Let it be under any direction. And I really, once again, thank you to everybody that all आप सब ने मिलकर इस कटिन रिलीजन के छोटे से कार्यक्रम को बहुत ग्रेसफुल बनाया. सभी पत्रकार मित्रों का भी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. एंड पुनः मैं माननीय मंत्री जी और केंद्र सरकार का आभार मानता हूं कि मध्य प्रदेश को ये मौका दिया, जो पहली बार मध्य प्रदेश में हम इसको कर रहे हैं. थैंक यू वेरी मच.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words and aptly mentioning not limiting science to laboratories and outlining the importance of startups to take R&D efforts forward. I now humbly request Honorable Minister, Science and Technology and Earth Sciences, Dr. Jitendra Singh ji, to release the brochure, followed by launch of website and app for IISF 2022. I now solicit Honorable Minister, Science and Technology and Earth Sciences, Dr. Jitendra Singh ji, to kindly address the gathering, please.
Thank you. आदरणीय मंत्री सकलेचा जी, PSA प्रोफेसर सूद, डॉक्टर राजेश गोखले मिश्रा जी, डॉक्टर सुधांशु, डॉक्टर बुदरिया, members of the scientific fraternity, friends from media, and also some young students over here. I was asking how the hall is so full. Have we suddenly grown so popular in the media? Then I was told that there were others also. So I'm glad that we have all the stakeholders and those who are interested in this theme. I think much has been said, so it's at the risk of being repetitive. I'll just touch upon one or two things which comprise the highlight or which might not have been fully brought into notice. सबसे पहली बात तो ये है कि ये 8वां ऐसा उत्सव है. सकलेचा जी हमारे बड़े पुराने मित्र हैं, विज्ञान में इनको बड़ी रुचि है. He has a natural temper for science. बड़े समय से ये आग्रह कर रहे थे कि मध्य प्रदेश में इस प्रकार का आयोजन हो. लेकिन हमें गिला इनसे एक ही है कि इन्होंने कभी ये नहीं कहा कि साइंस कॉलोनी की कल्पना की हुई है इन्होंने। यदि ऐसा होता तो शायद 8 फेस्टिवल तक रुकना ना पड़ता, ये पहला ही नहीं गया हुआ होता। और कुछ एक हमारे मित्रों ने आज तक वहां पर कुछ निर्माण कार्य भी शुरू कर दिया होता जो बट एनीवे, it speaks of his passion and his great commitment to the cause of science. दूसरा ये कि this is a very pleasant coincidence, rather I would say a providential coincidence, that when India takes over the presidency of G20, this is going to be one of the first major events. And I think this is also an occasion to highlight some of the important breakthroughs and achievements which have happened in the field of science, technology, innovation under Prime Minister Modi in the last 8 to 9 years. A, जैसे कि I think PSA साहब was saying कि उसको प्रयोगशाला तक सीमित नहीं रखना. I think the great breakthrough which has been done is to move science out of laboratory into land, as you say, lab to land, and virtually now into every Indian household. दूसरा, application of science in day-to-day living to bring ease of living for the common citizen and also for facilitating infrastructural development. आज आप देखिए चाहे smart cities का program है, चाहे railways है, चाहे roads and buildings है, health, agriculture, everywhere, science is being increasingly used, and there's been a conscious effort to do that because interministerial meetings have been arranged so that each ministry could learn what all technology is available. Technology is available in abundance. Virtually every technology available anywhere in the world is now available in India. Only the stakeholders are not always aware of it. तीसरा, पिछले कुछ सालों में there has been a very conscious and a consistent effort to link scientific research with livelihood, with startups. And I think it's evident from the fact that from 350 we have gone to over 80,000 today, and ranking third in the startup ecosystem in the world. Chautha ke, for the first time, I think very visibly, this government, because something that didn't happen at the government level earlier, government has given esteem to science and scientists. पहले क्या होता था कि सरकार उस समय आपको आपका प्रयास सम्मान तब मिलता था जब आप नोबेल प्राइज वहां से लेके आते. Now it's the other way around. And because we have a prime minister who has a temper for science, who values the science and the scientific pursuits. And last but not the least, integration. Integration of all the science streams. As we have started, we sit together, all the 6-7 departments, and a wider integration, which is evident from the participation of the gentleman sitting at the end of this dais, Vigyan Bharti. So it's no longer in silos, of course, but it's whole of government plus whole of society and whole of nation that we are also trying to project through this event. And therefore, all this, what I've said in the last few months, gives us enough reason to celebrate. And how do you celebrate? Hold a festival. So we have a festival. And it's been held in different parts of the country. That is also in keeping with the tone and tenor of this government. We have moved out of Vigyan Bhavan, we have moved out of New Delhi, and that applies to all the other departments also to which we are linked, whether it's administrative reforms, whether it's Department of Personnel Training. And जैसे अभी आपको बताया राजेश जी ने, some of the hallmarks, student innovation, face-to-face frontiers, non-formal educative interactions. These are some of the new ingredients. I am glad that with each festival, each such event, we are evolving, learning from the experience of the earlier event and trying to. And therefore, I earnestly solicit the cooperation of the media, the opinion makers, because you can spread across this message far and wide. अब जैसे आखिर में मिश्रा जी की स्लाइड देख रहे, because I usually talk from what I learn from others, and that's gives the advantage of speaking in the end. मिश्रा जी की लास्ट स्लाइड अगर आपने देखी होगी तो उसमें था मार्चिंग टुवर्ड्स अमृतकाल. Now when you do so, I think one or two small submissions. Now when we move towards these times, we are part of a global world. So our themes have to be global, our concerns have to be global, to be noticed globally. with futuristic bearing. So global themes with global concerns and with a futuristic bearing. And that automatically would include, I think, I'm sure, which you do, the energy concerns, the climate concerns, the sustainability concerns. As I always say, the next level would be how to sustain this movement of startups. And I think this should be used as an occasion to identify and groom A, the young scientific brains across the country, B, the potential startups. अभी क्या है कि हम उन स्टार्टअप्स को सहयोग भी देते हैं, सहायता भी देते हैं. We become technology, knowledge partners, also do funding to those who somehow reach us. But they may not be the best, just as we may not be the best. All of us are incidentally here, not that these are the best persons to be here. I'm very clear about it. That keeps you grounded also. So in order to actually put in the best of what we can do in the process of nation building, can we do something to try to identify the best who may not have reached us? तो उसके लिए एक मैंने छोटा सा सुझाव है मिश्रा जी. We could have a mentor's desk in this. 4 days is a long enough period of time. So some innovation. A mentor's desk where both the students and their parents are welcome. वो जाए, ऐसी जिज्ञासा होगी कि साहब ये मेंटर्स डेस्क का इसका अर्थ क्या, मतलब क्या, परिभाषा क्या, इसके पीछे भाव क्या. तो जाएंगे तो उस बातचीत में कोई हमारे ऐसे लोग बैठे हों who have been teachers, who have been science background, they can extract. Because sometimes the parents as well as the individual youngster either underestimate themselves or overestimate. Sometimes they overestimate themselves in respect of one potential which may not be sufficiently present and are not aware of the other potential. Like जैसे फिल्मों में सारे जाते हैं हीरो बनने, बाद में समझ आता कि नहीं मैं तो डायरेक्टर बन सकता था, हीरो वाली तो जरूरत ही नहीं थी. And you have so many examples, I don't want to name them. We have many successful directors, film directors who went there to become heroes. इसी तरह से माँ बाप को भी नहीं पता होता, हो सकता है हर बच्चा हीरो है, लेकिन हो सकता है उसकी दूसरी प्रतिभा में वो ज़्यादा अच्छा काम करता हो. तो how best, so that for that we need mentors before they get trapped in the rut of the mill monotony of the society as well as the family concept. So we could have that kind of an experiment. And the theme also could be identification of potential startups, A, B, startup for the newer areas, which are exclusive to India, but not fully explored. Like, for example, agriculture sector is totally exclusive to, is much more, barring some countries like Australia. B, the oceans. The startup movement in the ocean area, Dr. Jitendra is there, is yet to take over. But we have a huge potential. We are exclusive. We have to educate, because अभी तक क्या हुआ, धारणा ये चली गई है startup is usually identified with IT, which is not so. Startup does not mean science startup. It's more of innovation. So you could have a non-scientific background boy or a girl who could be a startup. So ये तीसरा, ये जो myth है 3-4, पहला myth ये कि science, I mean scientific background gives you an advantage, but you not necessarily. The best of the agri startups may not be educated in agriculture science or holding a BSc agriculture degree. दूसरा, it has nothing to do with age. क्योंकि livelihood इसके साथ जुड़ गया है कहीं ना कहीं, तो हमारी मानसिकता में घूमता रहता है 30-35 साल का. We had recently an exhibition which was not actually much visited for startups above 60, and I was amazed the manner it was carried out. So it's starting up. You are starting up a venture. You're not starting up your age. So ये सारी चीजें हम समझा सकें तो एक we'll be doing service to the society. And this is also a great equalizer with the modern technology. Like जैसे आप gender की बात कर रहे थे सकलेजा जी, वो इसलिए भी है कि there were certain areas where some of the physical attributes required gave advantage to a male gender. Like for example farming. तो हल जोतने के लिए आपको you always visualize male because you didn't want to put women under pressure. So it also gave you a very tragic picture of a Mother India kind. But it's no longer so. You sit on a computer, you use drone. आपने हिलना भी नहीं, खेत में जाने की जरूरत ही नहीं है. वही ड्रोन जाके सिंचाई कराता है, कीटाणुनाशक भी फेंक आता है, पेस्टिसाइड होता है. It doesn't ask whether it's a male farmer or a female farmer. It doesn't require too much of a physical exertion as well. So ये चीजें जो है हम लोगों तक highlight कर सके. So I think this will give a unique, different kind of identity. And sure, we look forward to Saklecha ji's hospitality. और कॉलोनी अगर नहीं भी बनी तब भी आएंगे. Thank you.
Yeah, sir, with your kind permission, we could take a few questions from media, sir. So with your kind permission, yeah. So the floor is open now for the questions, friends. Anil Sagar from PTI.
So you referred to the G20. Are any specific events planned around science during this year?
No, actually, they have identified 56 locations across the country, different events happening at different places. As far as science is concerned, we have one Science 20 event, which is, I think, in Coimbatore. नहीं, 5 पूरी है ना करके जो मेन है वो कंप्यूटर कौन सी
S20 will be happening in Coimbatore.
नहीं, कब डेट क्या है?
Sir, 23rd July.
No, 30th and 31st.
Of so 30th 31st January is the first event. Then there are 5 events. उसके अलावा जो strictly science technology related departments नहीं है उसमें भी हमारा कहीं ना कहीं दखल रहेगा. Like for example कोई power को लेकर के है. I think they have in Goa power वालों का एक event. Power 20 or whatever. So usme bhi chunke scientific inputs are involved, so we may be having a participation there. Sorry?
We have also some of the science working group with the Ministry of Environment and Forest and Earth
So yes, in environment events
so
also, environment events also. So 5 may be dedicated as such per se to science, but the other events also will have somewhere or the other, lesser or more involvement of science at different locations. Because of the environment concerns, the climate, power ministry, also roads and buildings.
Sir, this is Sumit Kumar Singh from India Today and Aaj Tak. 2 questions, 2 small questions. One, we are celebrating, organizing and celebrating India International Science Festival. How the people living in the last village, border areas, what steps you have taken to connect those people with this festival? Question number 1. And how transfer of technology, through transfer of technology, how people are going to benefit and what steps and efforts you have taken to transfer the technology for the betterment of society?
I think this is very relevant. This is precisely what I have been talking. Maybe I was using a different expression. Reaching out is, I think, one of the important objectives. So to reach out to every household, to every stakeholder, to every citizen, because technology is something now. Now we have technology which can be utilized in one way or the other, but by every citizen of the country. And that's why I also said, also identifying and grooming these startups who may not have reached us, so we reach out. So when we start this process, we'll go on, at least try to end at the last man in the last queue. And secondly, you said, how do you transfer the technology? So I think very important is to create stakes. We have to have a good synergy, research, academia, industry, startup. And when you create stakes, the transfer becomes easier. For example, if you do a research, develop a model through a startup, and then you start looking for market, it might become difficult. But if you engage the industry, so I think for that, which I have been suggesting sometimes because this was not a forum, we could do some kind of a market mapping, or we could do an industry mapping to find out what kind of actually startup or what kind of areas are the industry interested in. And when we start doing that, for reasons of livelihood, people will start connecting. अब जैसे सरकारी नौकरी है, आप एक इश्तिहार देते हैं, बिहार के दूर से दूर दराज गांव में भी कोई रहता है, लेकिन वो पटना आ जाता है इम्तिहान देने के लिए, because उसका stake जुड़ता है livelihood. So if we link livelihood, it reaches out, process becomes easier. So we have to link industry right from the beginning with the startup movement. And I think gradually we'll be able to do that. क्योंकि ये धीरे धीरे होगा. एंड ऑफ कोर्स फ्रेंड्स लाइक यू आर देयर फॉर प्रचार प्रसार, अवेयरनेस, क्योंकि बहुत सारी चीज़ों का मालूम नहीं है लोगों को. हमारे पास टेक्नोलॉजी यूज करने वाले लोग हैं, लेकिन उनको यही नहीं मालूम है कि उनके ये टेक्नोलॉजी उपलब्ध है भारत में.
Any questions, please? Sir, since yesterday when I shared this information with the media people, I was flooded with requests that I should take a media team from Delhi to, so I spoke to Secretary DBT sir yesterday also. So we are planning to take a media team sir from Delhi.
For the event?
For the events.
तो वो शुक्लेजा जी से पूछ लेना दूसरी बात.
Most welcome sir, most welcome everybody. बिल्कुल. अच्छा प्लाट भी दिलवा देंगे यार, उसकी भी कोई चिंता नहीं. बहुत अच्छा शहर है, बहुत एक्सपेंडिंग सिटी है.
Thank you, sir, for instilling us with the pride to celebrate R&D and scientific achievements of the country. We are certain that your guidance, support, and encouragement will set the stage for success of the upcoming event of IISF 2022. May I now invite Senior Advisor DBT, Dr. Alka Sharma, for vote of thanks.
It is my privilege to propose vote of thanks on behalf of Department of Biotechnology, Ministry of Science and Technology. I am grateful to the Honorable Minister of State Independent Charge, Ministry of Science and Technology, Minister of State Independent Charge, Ministry of Earth Sciences, Minister of State PMO, Ministry of Personnel, Public Grievances, Pensions, Department of Atomic Energy and Department of Space, Government of India, Dr. Jitendra Singh ji, for sparing his valuable time in spite of his busy schedule for today's event of Curtain Raiser of India International Science Festival 2022. Sir, words are not enough to thank you for your constant guidance and inspiring leadership. I'm extremely thankful to the Honorable Minister of MSME and Science and Technology, Government of Madhya Pradesh, Shri Om Prakash Sakleja ji, for his gracious presence in today's event. Sir, we are grateful to you to grace this event today in person. My sincere thanks to Professor A.K. Sood, Principal Scientific Advisor to the Government of India, for his support and being with us today for this event. My special thanks to Dr. Rajesh S. Gokhale, Secretary, Department of Biotechnology, for his constant support and guidance in organizing this event. I am thankful to Dr. Ravi Chandran, Secretary, Ministry of Earth Sciences, and Shri Sudhir S. Baduria, General Secretary, Bibha, for their guidance and support, and representatives from Department of Atomic Energy and Department of Space. My sincere thanks to Dr. Sudhanshu Rati, ED RCB, for his team and his team, my colleague Dr. Sanjay Mishra, Scientist H in DBT, all the coordinators and their teams of 14 sessions of IISF 2022, Dr. Arvind Ranade, Mr. Praveen Ramdas, and other officials from Bibha, officials from MP Coast and MANIT Bhopal, all my colleagues in DBT and BIREC for their tireless efforts for making this event a success. I convey my thanks to the officials from all the departments and council under Ministry of Science and Technology, Department of Space, Department of Atomic Energy, for their sincere efforts for organizing this event, and all the participants here for gracing the occasion. I also take this opportunity to thank the media for excellent coverage. I once again thank you all for support you have extended in making this event successful. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am, and thank you everyone for joining us today. I request all members from the dais and members of the audience to kindly join us for lunch. For the members of the audience, lunch arrangements have been made at the 4th floor. Thank you.